Welcome to the Land Use Planner. This tool will help you imagine the future of a given area and can accompany a participatory spatial planning process. The Land Use Planner will enable you to communicate a vision of land use in an area over the next 10 or 20 years or even longer. It facilitates dialogue among representatives of various actors and can help resolve conflicts constructively if these groups disagree. With the Land Use Planner, you can compare alternative land use choices in rural areas as objectively as possible. You will weigh several agricultural and forestry development options. To make the comparison as complete as possible, the tool analyses not only the economic aspects of each decision, but also their social and environmental impacts. For example, it takes into account issues related to employment, the distribution of benefits, food security, and greenhouse gas emissions. With the Land Use Planner, you will be better informed to propose land use options while taking into account potential conflicts or disagreements among the various stakeholders. The key will be to reconcile the possibly divergent priorities of these groups. For example, some may wish to increase food security. For others, the priority is reducing deforestation, and yet another group may want to develop an agricultural sector. Are you ready to enter the tool? Let's go. On the home page, you can choose the language: English, Spanish, or French. If you will not always have internet access, during consultations with actors, for example, you can download the desktop version here. This is the offline version of the tool. One more thing on this homepage. You will find here a very detailed manual for all the steps of the tool, which you can download as a PDF file. Now, if you are using the tool for the first time, click on Start. If you already have a project saved, then you can load your project and you will find your work as you last saved it. Let's start a new project together by clicking on Start. The tool has 4 main steps. First, define the territory. At this step, you will enter the general characteristics of the area, its size, population, etc. Next, you will describe the area's current land uses. Which crops are grown? What type of forests are there? What other uses are present? Land use maps can assist you. Then the third step, the scenarios. In this step, you will involve the different actors. You will use their aspirations and future land use needs. And finally, the fourth step, the results. This step lets you compare the impacts of different scenarios and engage in a rich discussion with the actors. So here, in the first step, we are asked to describe the general characteristics of the area. We will take a hypothetical example, the Blue River Basin. We can write this name in the first text box. Imagine this is a vast area in a tropical region where interests diverge on the use of large tracts of forest. Local communities are divided over the arrival of foreign investors who want to develop oil palm plantations. The local authorities wish to understand the pros and cons of such a change. They call for dialogue among all interested parties and have recruited a local facilitator who will use the Land Use Planner. This facilitator may be you. The following boxes are fairly simple. We indicate the total size of the area, here for example 100,000 hectares. Then the total population, for example 20,000 people. And the population growth rate. We will use 2.5%, a strong growth that is currently found in many rural areas of tropical Africa, for instance. The currency, here euros, but we could choose another currency if we wanted. The start year, let's use 2020. The duration of simulation, this is the number of years you want the scenarios to span. Let's keep 30 years to represent a medium long-term vision, knowing that we could go up to 50 years. And for these two drop-down menus, main ecological zone and main soil type, either we already know the area or we use the map displayed below. Here, in our example, we choose tropical dense forest and clay variactive soil. The choice of the ecological zone and soil type conditions provides some default data, especially on forest carbon stocks, but you can always adjust this data later if necessary.